5-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
46 is right there. Check in.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Third down now following the completed pass. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handing it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see.
Hey, here we go now.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Texans take possession. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
That's the way to hit.
Fresh set of downs here.
Time right, time right.
Here we go now.
On first down, Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from inside out, whether it's defensive ends or linebackers. And a lot of the time, instead of securing the pass, your eyes might stray towards the middle and wonder where the big hit's going to come from.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. And now out come the Steelers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not always as trite as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it. And here we are today.
And he floats one there, incomplete. This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that what against symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
3 down, 3 down. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
All right, here we go.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. 3-19.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Looking for the end zone. And this is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Play clock winding down. And they'll run it here. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence. And got his man complete. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On first down, Garoppolo. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. Look at the spin. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Still 2nd down.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Another pistol look here. And yet again, it's Garoppolo finding time. His throw incomplete.
Holding. Offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
All right, here we go. Green.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
Here we go.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Backing up. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Pass interference. Defense.
Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver when the ball arrives. Got there a little bit early on that one.
First and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So second and goal here from the 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Garoppolo now on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Their big tight end from 4 yards out. And the Texans cut into that lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use his speed to get there in the run game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
117. All right, here now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really create a great space for the runner to get in.
So they're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. He's got time in the pocket. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And here comes the Steelers defense making their way onto the field. Last drive, touchdown, surrender. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. The play clock's running down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Double tight, double tight. That boy's got 4 down. Hurry up, here we go. Boom, 90.
And they'll go on the ground, looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And Brandon, is really no surprise to see them running the ball here. They've got the lead. There's not much time left. They just want to keep the clock moving and seal the win.
4 down. Now let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard, if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the one with the ball.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.